Hey guys, welcome back to Freedom Now's. This is a bit of a personal video, and we did a number of shorts about it in regards to Jacqueline Brooker from Any Given Tuesday. You see, we did some shorts regards to my sister's experience when using her public speaking training. My sister's had a very bad experience, and the shorts really resonated with quite a lot of people. So what we thought we'd do is do a full video today, kind of exploring Jacqueline Brooker, her services, and my sister's experience. Now, I've got firsthand the emails about what happened. So I want to go through the story a bit about how my sister joined Jacqueline Brooker, did her services very briefly, decided not to do it, and has now lost $5,000. So when you're dealing with people that are in a public profile, such as Jacqueline Brooker, a lot of time you think that because they've got a public profile, you're going to be safe. In this case, my sister hasn't been safe with it. So I want to go through it all. I'm going to go and show you Jacqueline Brooker's public profiles so you can see where she is. A bit more about the actual services she provides, so you guys can start to understand yourselves about the risks and also make a decision. This is the first part of a three-part video series where we talk about the first one, what actually happened with Jacqueline Brooker and Any Given Tuesday, how my sister lost her money, and how Jacqueline has refused to actually refund it back, even if she's breaching, consumer guarantees and legislation. So a lot to get into. But what I want to do first is actually start by actually going to and showing you the actual website. So we'll do that now. So now I want to start by showing you Jacqueline Brooker's profile. So here's Jacqueline Brooker just here. Here's a public profile. You can see there's the video I did where I spoke about the experience of my sister. A lot of people were actually very moved by that. Let me just show you guys quickly, actually. A lot of people were moved by that because if you look at comments, it's obviously struck a chord with other people this has happened to. So disgraceful, just had you give me 3 days notice. What was that? So there's other people that have had a bad experience here. So it just shows it's all good to raise awareness, but always you've got to do your own experience, guys. And this is the experience of my sister and myself, part of it. So let's have a look at it. So as you can see here, there's lots of information here about the services she provides. So, thousands across 11 countries, more than 200 paid workshops, hundreds of masterclasses. You think someone like this, if they're providing a service that you're not happy with it, they'd be happy to cancel straight away. And in the video, I'm going to go through a bit more detail about how, basically in summary, my sister started the course, straight away said it wasn't for her, it was online, told Jacqueline she wasn't suitable. Jacqueline agreed to refund her the $5,000. 6 months later, around that date, has refused to. So, and now my sister may have to go to court. So that's kind of where she's at. So I was going to put on some lighting for you guys too, so you can, isn't that much better for her. So this is Jacqueline's profile, a bit more about it. She's got a LinkedIn profile there. But here's the speaking services she provides. See, so Any Given Tuesday, part of the Speak More collective. So my sister actually found Jacqueline through basically a business incubator program, which also made it. In the second video we're going to do, I'm going to talk about how you need to watch for warning signs in situations like this. I'm going to talk about how you can protect yourself from situations like someone like Jacqueline in the future. We'll go on that to the second one. As you can see, lots on here about how she makes a difference, how she helps people. So you'd think with someone like this, big profile, you'd think they would be dedicated towards great service and great experience. Not. So we're going to go through that now and show you guys how that works. So what I want to do now is actually show you the email, because I don't want to just do things without giving you guys the actual real evidence. Now, there's a number of different email chains that went through, but I'm going to go show you the actual one, the one that kind of finished it off. So I'll bring this down now. Now, that's the first of a series of emails, of a series of videos we're going to do to share with you guys, obviously to build awareness for this as well, because it's important that people, we are all looked after with it. So here we are here. So as you can see, I've removed the names just for privacy purposes. But in summary, this is what Jacqueline actually wrote to Karina, my sister. So I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, guys. You can read it as you go. But I think you're going to be shocked just as I was when I experienced this. So as you can see, it sets out Any Given Tuesday's final position regarding your original enrollment in the Paid Speaker Accelerator. So there you go, guys. Paid Speaker Accelerator. That's a thing to particularly look out for. We met in 2024 when I was a pitch coach at a Brisbane startup incubator, where you and your partner expressed interest to work with me on speaking, accept a ticket to it, find that masterclass, you enrolled in the Paid Speaker Accelerator in late March 2025. So in the second video, guys, we're going to talk about how sometimes you can build trust with people when the trust shouldn't be there. We talk about, and this is not related to this, but to illustrate the story, a lot of people, when they have investment scams, for example, do the scams because they're going through a friend was referred to them, or an uncle or a family member, and the trust is built there. This is a very similar situation, even though it's different, of course, that she thought the trust was there with this person because she had a social profile. She's doing the courses, but it didn't make any difference. And again, we're talking about $5,000 that my sister is out at the moment. And she's getting no response now. And as it says here, brings this matter to a close. So just remember that, guys, when you're thinking about the level of customer service we've experienced. So here, again, so a bit of background about it. This is Jacqueline's own words. So she said you give a 20% discount. Mind you, we're talking about $5,000 my sister paid. So it's not cheap. So I shouldn't say it's not cheap, but it's all relative, I guess. It was a lot of money for my sister. Now, discount was continued on paid in full investment and applied to the paid in full amount instead of the payment plan. I agreed to request a split payment, half an enrollment and half later. So my sister essentially paid the money up front before receiving the services. Now, let me repeat that, guys. Receive the money before receiving the services. So it's very important that we remember that now. The Accelerated Group Program personalized attention. 6-hour onboarding, which she did. Afterward, you requested to discontinue group as a group program does not suit you. So let's read that there. So my sister joined the 2nd of April. We're now in the 8th of October, remember? So it's nearly 6 months. She joined the course. It wasn't for my sister, maybe for other people. She joined it. She found it was a lot of people just talking about their own experiences, and Jacqueline facilitated the conversation. So my sister's experience was that it wasn't suitable for her. She wants to be mentored with people that grow her skills, not have to sit there and be, just talk to someone that, she didn't want to be part of a group, but she told Jacqueline that beforehand. But she told her basically straight after, I think it was 4 days after, that she wanted to leave. So continue going. I agreed in principle, to explore this at a much reduced rate relative to my standard practice fees as further concession. So Jacqueline basically said, let's go and do some private coaching. My sister said, yeah, that might be good. So we could do that. Anyway, backwards and forwards, I could never book a date. So my sister said, look, Jacqueline, didn't do the course, haven't had the private coaching. Can I do a refund? So I initially indicated agreement to do the refund. Let me repeat that. I initially indicated agreement to the refund. Okay. So you do a course of 6 hours that's meant to be for like over 6 months. You're not happy. You cancel before doing anything more after about 4 days. They say, yes, we'll cancel, refund you. And now it's not going to be refunded. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's my baffling look. Next stage. This was an error against our terms. Okay, so when I run a business, I run it based on customer experience. So say I have terms. If someone's not happy, generally I like to refund people, like I run a product business. So there's two things. There's terms and there's legal terms, because just because you put terms into a contract doesn't mean those terms are actually legal. For example, I could say, we'll talk about these terms actually. I won't even do examples. So in line with terms and conditions, I confirm that no refund is due. Any indication to the contrary was inconsistent with the agreed terms and is withdrawn. To be honest, I don't even know what that sentence means. Anyway, you guys can look at that for yourself. Terms and conditions. So here we go. So withdraw, a refund is only available within 72 hours of payment. Your request was well outside this period. Now, guys, under Australian consumer law, you're meant to be provided a service or a product, basically in line with what you're being paid for. So if you, for example, buy a phone and the phone breaks, say there was a warranty of 2 days put on it, iPhone would have to refund you. Say it was 6 months, they'd have to refund you. There's consumer guarantees that underlie contract law. So that's the first thing. You can't create hours. You can't say, I'm going to go and, you can't make up things to do it. Otherwise, companies could just put any terms in there. So start with that's not right. Secondly, enrollments are non-refundable and non-transferable except under the guarantee. Now, again, you have to provide services if you're paid for it. So say you're an accountant, you pay the accountant up front, the accountant says, oh, you have to refund within 72 hours. You haven't received the services, have you? Especially if you haven't done any work. So again, not relevant. Guarantee, refunds considered only at program close and only if you demonstrate no benefit despite diligent participation. These conditions have not been met. Again, guys, I'm confused. I know that you're confused, but you've gone to someone to help you with something. You paid the money up front. You're all excited. It's going to be a mentor. Do the first thing. Guy, it's not working. Jacqueline is not working. No worries. I'll refund you. 6 months later, she's sending you contract terms, an email like this saying that I'm not going to go and refund your money. Number one, where's the service? Where's what's going on? Anyway, let's continue going. Program delivered. The program is delivered virtually. Participants are responsible stable connection. Non-attendance or non-use of resources does not entitle a refund. Again, relevant how? Final position. If avoided doubt, no refund be issued as none is or was due or owing. We formally release you from the balance of payments owed by DIOS, which have been due or payable 1st of July under our agreement. Again, stop. She offered a refund. She then said no to a refund due to contract terms which aren't fair, which aren't under consumer law. She's still not doing the refund, even though she agreed to it, which actually is then a contract under consumer law. And she then says that she is releasing her from the balance of payments. Guys, make your own decisions about whether you want to work with Jacqueline Brooker from any given Tuesday. If you want to use her services, I'm going to do some other blog posts across my other channels. I'm an influencer and I want to protect people because my sister doesn't have the $5,000. I don't have the $5,000 to spend. It chills me to the bones, to be honest. And I'm so worried that this has happened to so many other people out there. It is what it is. So, and then she says, the early refund was often made an error and is formally rescinded. Who even talks like that to people? And any future private work would require a new agreement at standard private rates unrelated to this enrollment. This is our final decision and the matter is closed. So I just thought I'd go and do the emphasis of how she be talking. So, part 2. What to look out for when you're looking at using the services of, say, a person doing seminars or public speaking and stuff like that. We'll look at other public speaking people you can maybe use, give you some suggestions about if you're worried about it, what to look out for. Guys, reach out to me, your thoughts about it. I hope you're as shocked as I am. It's just not good experience. Yeah, let me know. Do you think you should have 72 hours cancellation period for a 6-month course? Do you think you should, Jacqueline should have set up the refund and after 6 months say no? Do you think Jacqueline was fair in cancelling the other payment for my sister? Do you think about this experience at all? Reach out to me, let me know. We're also going to go and reach out to Jacqueline for some comment as well after this video. So in the video 2, we'll be talking about how we reached out to Jacqueline to get her view on it. Because you know what, guys? It's not about everything. It's about having a balanced view. And maybe Jacqueline can turn around and give her reasons behind it. Because I always like to give people a chance. And again, this is our experience of working with Jacqueline Brooker from any given Tuesday. And each person has a different experience in there as well. So guys, I really hope that helped you. I hope you make a better decision if you're looking at evaluating to use her services. Just do your research, be careful, maybe even ask her about this experience and about what her thoughts are. But it's important we all support and look at each other. And guys, if you want any suggestions about where to get public speaking from, let me know. I may even look at doing it in the future myself, but that's not related to this video. So that's the experience of my sister working with Jacqueline Brooker from any given Tuesday using her speaking services. Reach out if you come across it and look out for video 2 where we're going into a lot more detail. Thanks for joining me here at Freedom in Hours.